Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be examining an excellent fragrance from the house of Jaques Bogart. This is Bogart Pour Homme, which came out in the year 2004. This is an EDT Eau de Toilette concentration. So for me, this is an outstanding barbershop scent from the house of Jaques Bogart. Jaques Bogart is known for its many great vintage style fragrances, but this one deviates from that. This is a modern approach, but as all Jaques Bogart fragrances, this one has excellent value and excellent performance. So in the 2000s, Jaques Bogart shifted from the classical vintage style to a more modern style of fragrance, and this fragrance reflects that shift. So I'm going to take this bottle out of the package, and as most Jaques Bogart fragrances have basically the same style of bottle, just a different color. When I bought this fragrance, this bottle is maybe about 10-12 years old. There was only one problem with it. The sprayer seems to be somewhat jammed, so it just kind of splurts out. And usually Jaques Bogart has very good fragrances, and I do not think all the bottles spray as mine do. And you'll see, it's just a little spray. Still comes out, but it doesn't come out with great efficiency. So initially with this fragrance, you get a definite barbershop smell. Very clean, you get the freshness and the licorice scent. So it's a mix of a barbershop and citrus style. As this fragrance starts to dry down, the barbershop vibe continues and it remains throughout the rest of the fragrance. The fragrance at this point becomes softer with some white floral notes, but it's mixed in with some evasive rose notes. And at this point, the fragrance becomes a little bit soapy, which is unique. So there's a lot going on in this fragrance. This is not a linear fragrance. There's different scents being added as the fragrance progresses. Later on, you still get the lavender, but you get a definite shift to more of a vanilla lavender. It's still floral, sweet, but not sweet in the candy type of sweetness. This is more of a natural type of sweetness in the lavender. And then you would also pick up some kind of sweeter tobacco notes and some darkness to it. So the fragrance becomes a little bit earthier and woodier in the end, but the sweet notes never really disappear. As advertised, the top notes are lavender and bergamot. The mid notes are orange blossom, rose, lily of the valley. The base notes are tonka bean, patchouli, cedar, musk, and oak moss. So you could see the top and the mid half of the fragrance is loaded with a lot of sweeter notes, and the base notes have some sweetness, but it becomes a little more earthy. But this is not an earthy fragrance. This is not an animalic or vintage style fragrance. This is definitely Jaques Bogart's take on a barbershop fragrance, and I think this is a winner. I think this is a spectacular fragrance, and when I initially bought it, this is not what I expected because of the title Jaques Bogart Pour Homme. I thought it was going to be more of a vintage, grittier style, but it was a very pleasant shift, which I enjoy thoroughly. Performance on this one, again, it's about 6 to 8 hours. Excellent performance, great scent wafts, longevity spectacular. And you're going to ask, well, who can wear this? I think anybody in the early 20s or up. This is definitely a little more of a mature fragrance. I don't think it's for clubbing or going out, but I do think it is incredibly sexy, and it's office friendly, so it's very versatile. And it's something you can continually go back to again and again and again. So overall, I would say this is 2 thumbs up, a winner from Jaques Bogart, as are many of their fragrances. They do have a what's called the silver scent line, I believe, and I have all of those fragrances, and that for me starts to shift a little too much to the modern side. I've reviewed some of them on my channel, and I do prefer something more along this line, or that doesn't have so much of an artificial smell. This still has an artificial scent to it. This still has a natural scent to it, not an artificial scent. So this is why I like this fragrance so much. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments or questions you have, leave them down below and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.